chance. I am not gonna waste it.
We're at the age of heroes.
So the Zack Snyder Justice League is out and is here for us to witness in all of its 4:3 glory. Now, I did think it was a little weird that the movie was released in a 4:3 aspect ratio. I mean, on hbomax it said it had 4K visuals and it had 4K audio, well, Dolby Atmos sound, but I guess this was the actual vision of the director. The film was released in select theaters and it was made available to stream for a limited time on HBO Max if you had it. I had HBO Max, so I checked it out yesterday with a bucket of popcorn and some soda, and we got into it. Now, having seen the original Justice League movie from 2017, yeah, we don't really want to talk about that one. Okay, no, we will. So if you didn't know, even though Zack Snyder has a directing credit on that movie, only a fraction of that movie was actually shot by Zack and the rest was done by David Ayer. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't as impactful as it could have been. This is no slight to Ayer's ability. I mean, he did Suicide Squad. Yeah, he did Suicide Squad. He was working with the material he had and most of the actors were unavailable for reshoots. The reason David was even brought into the project was because Zack had to leave the project for personal reasons from what I hear. Warner Brothers needed to complete the film by the release date, so they did the best that they could to put it together to release it for the fans. But many fans were disappointed with the 2017 offering. Eventually, Warner Brothers decided to give it another go, which is rare, and let Zack create the Justice League film he originally intended to make. And from what I hear, Christopher Nolan told Zack to not even watch the 2017 movie, and according to some reports, Zack never watched that film, as I guess it would be too heartbreaking or conflict with his original plans for the film if he watched that before creating the new one. So anyway, here we are in 2021 with the new Justice League movie. It's the same plot, sorta, with the more badass scenes and all those great Zack Snyder special effects and cool slowdown moments that we all love. You know, this is the guy that brought us Watchmen and Sucker Punch and 300, This Is Spot. So, I mean, of course he's really good at this type of stuff. It's a 4-hour movie, which is kind of crazy. If you just see that up front, you're like, damn, that's a long ass movie. But surprisingly, the movie does not feel that long. I watched it yesterday. It's broken down into multiple parts with chapter names. Each part introduces a new character, their origin, and their backstory. It shows them saving some helpless person and getting ready for a bigger battle that comes later in the film. This film features Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, and of course Superman. I mean, this guy is crazy. Ever since, Man of Steel, the man with the steel. Yeah, he was been, very strong, very cool character all the time. But, of course, these are the superheroes. And also has some of our favorite DC villains like Lex Luthor and the Joker. The action sequences were amazing. Some of my favorite, in the movie, without spoiling it for you guys, will be Wonder Woman in the beginning, where we see her blocking bullets with her armor. This whole scene was very cool to watch. It was crazy. I just imagined if the bad guy would have shot backwards, would she have moved backwards, did like a little Michael Jackson little moonwalk backwards and block him? No, right, maybe I'm going sidetrack. But there were so many great moments, and some of my favorite moments were with Flash. Flash is just a cool guy. He can slow down things. Well, he's actually moving so fast, but the movie shows us what he sees in his own version of real time in his slow-mo sequences, and these scenes are just amazing to watch. One of my favorites were actually when he saved this girl. I guess he was, really trying to, impress this girl, and he was also had a job interview at the same time, and this girl ended up getting into a crazy accident because this guy wanted a sandwich. It was probably a really good burger. Yeah, so the guy, he did what he had to do. He saved the girl, and it was just a really powerful scene, and at the same time he ended up doing well with his job interview as well. Now, one of my favorite moments, another favorite moment in the film would actually be with Superman, when Superman finally wakes up from his death, and we see him not really understanding that he's Superman and that he's supposed to help the people, not kill them. So we see Cyborg, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman freaking out that Superman has gone super bad, and they kind of have to calm him down and kind of, say, we're all on the same team here. We're all the Justice League. We're supposed to help each other. So basically Superman's fighting all three of these superheroes at the same time, but Flash comes in from the side. He's doing a slow-mo thing, and he's trying to do, I don't know what he can do. He can run really fast and tap Superman on the shoulder and run away. I'm not sure what his plan was, but he was running to Superman super fast, but Superman saw him. He saw him in slow-mo, and this scene was just crazy. The way his eye just turned to see Flash, and his fear, the fear in Flash's eye was the fear in my eye as I was watching it. And this was actually one of my favorite scenes from the original Justice League movie that came out in 2017. So I'm assuming that was an actual Zack Snyder scene, and it was one of my favorite scenes from the original cut for sure. So it was great to see that in this movie. Now, without spoiling too much of the rest of the film is drastically different than the original. It was almost watching a completely new film altogether, and it was just amazingly directed. Had great pacing, the superb musical score. Every scene was brought to life by the music. It was just epic, and it just really enhanced everything. It had all the characters that we love and some of the characters that we hate, but we also love them at the same time. I mean, it had Lex Luthor, had the Joker in there. It had so many people in there. It was just awesome. So let's go to why this film was important. It shows that true artistic vision is respected in the industry. Now that may seem weird because some people may contradict that, saying that I just said right there. But because Warner Brothers actually listened to the people voted and voiced their opinions that they wanted Zack Snyder's cut to get out there. It's great to see that the studios are listening and that Warner Brothers actually heard the fans and gave them exactly what they wanted and gave Zack the opportunity to release his true vision of the film. I mean, how many times has this been done? I can only remember it being done with The Grudge and The Ring director who made both the Japanese and the American versions of his films, with the American versions being slightly improved from their original counterparts and more scarier in some ways. But back to the Justice League. This film is important as it's a big step in the film industry, with blockbuster movies being released like this on streaming platforms such as hbomax. Is this the end of an era? The end of going out to the theater and watching movies? My question to you is, would you rather go to the theater today and watch this film or watch it from home? Let me know. This is Zyga with SBG. For my review of Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, I will give it a 9.5. It was a really good movie, very fun to watch. Can't wait to go back and watch it again. Follow me on my social media for behind the scenes here at SBG, and I will see you guys next time.